There's what?
A teaching going around.
Yes.
That Jesus does not favor poverty. That if you are with Jesus, you got to be wealthy.
Yeah, you're blessed not to believe in that, my sister. That is a teaching of Antichrist. I'm going to say it like that because I don't mean anything by that spooky or from the movies, but it's truly the spirit of Antichrist. I'm going to call it out like that. So the teaching is, right, that God doesn't favor the poor, that Jesus doesn't favor the poor. He favors the wealthy and the rich and the well-off. Okay, my friend, that's a teaching of, and this is the spirit of Antichrist. I'm going to tell you how it is, very flat out. And it's very prevalent among American Christian pastors. I get a little angry, I'm sorry. That needs to be called out. Everything we talk about here, we go back to Jesus in his first century condition. We go back to the biblical tradition. The Lord hears the cry of the poor. It is a sin that cries out from the ground when you defraud the worker his wages. How God hears the widow and the orphan, those who have no voice. The word for widow in Hebrew is one who has no voice, and yet God hears the voice of the widow. This is absolutely sick American idolatry, and it needs to be called out. God does not hate people who have a lot of money. I'm not saying that. In fact, what a blessing to use freely your surplus to help others. If you have a lot, if you've been blessed that way. And not think that you were the engine alone that did this and that you got this free of privilege, free of abilities. Maybe you had massive talents and you put them to good work. Praise God. Awesome. Be a good godfather. Be a good patron. But the poor are not favored by God. That goes in the face of everything in our tradition. The poverty as it exists, there is evil in that because there is a situation that is in the world because of the brokenness of human beings where we have people not willing to share the resources and the abundances of this earth. I'm not saying equally distributed. I'm not saying that we're going to change our systems around for that. I'm saying that we could do a lot in this world to seriously eliminate the most horrific kinds of poverty on earth. And that is, when we have millions of people dropping dead because of starvation every day, when we have billionaires. And by the way, I'm not talking about the evil of making billions. That's debatable. Is it evil to make $1 billion? We can debate that. But if you're keeping your billions in surplus and excess, and there are people dying of starvation, Nestle CEO is saying people do not have a fundamental right to water. That is Antichrist talking, dude, and it needs to be called out.